The Vegans still lead the charge over in League 2, but breathing down next, of course, is forever bridesmaid. That is, of course, Exeter City. Can they make it in the top 2 or top 3 over in the League 2? Of course, we'll take a look at it next. Today we look forward to match number 18 over in League 2, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button to get you bang up to date with all things League 2 related, Babin Rose related, recording in the car related. We've got it all here, boys, under one rooski. That's right, of course. We are looking forward to the next round of matches, which of course kick off this midweek. Of course, I think it's like tomorrow, so you've got to get your picks in nice and early if you want to get involved with the Prediction League. Of course, we'll take a look at all of it in just a second. A big shout out to my VIPs. Who are they? They're my bloody Patreons, boys and girls. So thank you for your continued support as we work to try and crank this beast up to another level. So here we go. We're going to take a look back. Of course, the last round of matches starting right here, right now, with, of course, top of the shop. Barrow picked up a loss against Crawley Town, 1-0, of course, over the weekend. Meanwhile, Bradford City and Northampton Town duked out to a 1-1 draw. Of course, I went with a 2-1 win for Bradford City. Bristol Rovers picked up a 2-2 draw against Tranmere. Of course, again, both of those sides have yet to really click into gear here, as, of course, they tried to get themselves into promotion contention. Meanwhile, Exeter City, though, 2-1 win over Carlisle, who are struggling. Stevenage picked up a 1-0 win over Colchester United. Of course, Walsall and Rochdale duked out to a 0-0 draw. Called it, guys. I remember the draw myself. Harrogate Town did lose to Salford City on the road. Hartlepool picked up a 3-1 loss against Forest Green Rovers. Leyton Orient smashed Sutton United. 4-1 win for them as well to move back into the thick of things in the playoff race. Meanwhile, Mansfield Town got back to another winning ways with a 3-1 win over Scunthorpe, and Newport County did lose to Swindon Town, who move up into top 4. Oldham Athletic did get a surprise win over Port Vale, of course, who tripped up themselves there, of course, but remain in 3rd at the moment. Do I want to count them up? How much did I get? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 there, which is pretty garbage. Of course, the leaderboard looks like this at the moment. Of course, in League 2, of course, Forest Green Rovers are running over there at the moment, 34 points on the board. Exeter City are in 2nd, and Port Vale are in 3rd. So those 3 teams will go up. And then, of course, the likes of Northampton, Swindon, Leyton, and Harrogate will make the playoffs. As for the foot of the table, it's Carlisle going down at the moment. Of course, a bit of trouble there. And Scunthorpe United as well, in a bit of trouble as well, going down into non-league football. Of course, to take a look at the prediction leaderboard for this week, of course, kicking ass to take names is Shepherd. Well done to you, sir. Kicking ass to take names. 8 points on the board. 77 with 7. Of course, Alex Weller, Tom Stainer, Eamon Hussein, and Jakob Jackson up there with 6. So well done to you guys, of course, kicking ass. How about the other situation there, of course, in the grand scheme of things? It is Alex Weller at the moment, 83 points on the board, with Luke NTFC breathing down next with 82. Yannick Costa makes up the power 3. It's a very tight league over in League 2, which is what we want to see. Let's take a look. If you want to get involved in the next round of matches, of course, it is Cutley Forces League 2. It's free to enter, good bit of fun, get amongst it, get a bit of banter happening as well. So let's get into the next round of matches then, shall we? Kick it all off with Carlisle up against Harrogate Town. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, now these two sides have played each other just 2 times in 2021, 1 with Harrogate, nothing for Carlisle, and 1 draw. Of course, Carlisle come to this just 1 defeat the past 4 games, 50% form for them right now. Keith Millen is your gaffer over there. Harrogate Town coming to just 2 wins the past 6 games, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, Carlisle did draw with Harrogate last round in Carlisle. That was back in April 2021. Of course, Exeter picked up a 2-1 win over Carlisle, of course, in the last match. Of course, Harrogate did lose to Salford last round. Of course, I do have odds on this one. Do I have odds? I do have odds, and it is a 7-4 for Carlisle on this one. 31-20 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw. Tight one, this one. Going to go with 2-1 for Harrogate Town on this one for me. Kicking off for is Colchester United up against Exeter City over in Colchester. Played 18 times in 2009. Sorry. Colchester coming at you 4 wins out of that, 8 wins for Exeter and 6 draws. Just 2 wins in the past 4 games, so 2 wins in the past 6 games for Colchester, 33% form for them right now. Exeter unbeaten in the last at least 6 games, winning 5 of the past 6, 92% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round in Colchester was 2-1 win for Exeter. Exeter have actually won 3 on the bounce against Colchester. Colchester did lose to Stevenage last round. Exeter picked up a 2-1 win over Carlisle. I do have odds again on this. And it's 5-2 for Colchester, 11-10 on is your Exeter, and of course 12-5 is your draw. 2-0 win for Exeter City for me on this one. Of course, they look too good at the moment to back against them. Meanwhile, Crawley Town against Newport County over in Crawley. And now these two sides have played each other 15 times in 2010, 6 wins apiece and 3 draws. Of course, Crawley County just 1 win and 6 for them, 17% form for them right now. Up against Newport County, winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round over in Crawley was a 1-1 draw back in December. Boxing Day, of course, 2020. Of course, however, they also played each other in Newport, and it was a 2-0 win for Newport. That was back in April. Of course, Newport County did lose to Swindon last round. Of course, Crawley picked up a win over Barrow. Of course, last round. Look at the odds on this one: 90-10 for the hosts on this one. 29-20 is your away win. That's Newport County, and 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself on this one. Point split right down the middle for me on this one. Next up, of course, I have the Vegans. If I can get to them, of course, up against Barrow. Now these two sides have played each other 16 times in 2008. 5 wins for Forest Green, 4 wins for Barrow, and 7 draws. Of course, Forest Green competitors just 1 defeat past 6 games, 67% form for them right now. Up against Barrow, just 1 defeat past 4 games, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around in Forest Green was a 2-0 win for Barrow. That was back in April 2021. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game since Forest Green beat Barrow back in the National League in 2015. Of course, Barrow picked up a 1-0 loss against Crawley last time around. Forest Green picked up a 3-1 win over Hartlepool. Of course, I've got odds on this one. The odds show 6-4 on for the Vegans, 17-4 is your Barrow, and 14-5 is your draw. A 3-1 win for Forest Green on here to take the win and, of course, remain top of the pops. Of course, next, of course, we have Northampton Town. They're going to be taking on Oldham Athletic, of course, over in Northampton. Now, these two sides to play each other. Where are we? It's kind of stuttered. 15 times in 2002. 8 wins for Oldham, 4 wins for Northampton, and 3 draws. Of course, Northampton coming to this. Just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form. A bit of a rough patch for them right now. Because Oldham just 1 win and 6 for them. 25% form for them at the moment, of course. Last time around in Oldham, it was a 2-2 draw. However, last time played each other in Northampton was a 2-1 win for Northampton back in October 2018 in League 2. Of course, Northampton did draw with Bradford last time around. Oldham picked up a 3-2 win over Port Vale last time around. Look at the odds on this one: 11-8 on is your Northampton, 17-4 is your Oldham. Of course, 5-2 is your draw. I've gone with a 2-0 win for Northampton. This one at home, get 3 points, of course, get themselves back in the thick of things once again. Port Vale will take on Walsall as well at Vale Park. Of course, played each other 24 times since 1999. 8 wins for Port Vale, 9 wins for Walsall, and 7 draws. Of course, big win for Port Vale, 2-0 win. The big other way was a 5-0 win. Port Vale just 1 defeat the past 6, 75% form. Up against Walsall without a win in 3, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time out at Port Vale was a 3-1 win for Walsall. That was back in January 2021. Of course, Walsall picked up a draw against Rochdale last time around. Of course, Port Vale did lose to Oldham last time around. Of course, odds on this one, I've gone with a 2-1 win, but the odds are on this one going in favour of 11-8 on is your, is 11-10 on is your Port Vale, 5-2 is your, 65 is your away win. That's Walsall. But for me, I'm going with a 2-1 win for Port Vale on that. Kicking off forward is Rochdale. They can take it on Walsall as well. Well, not taking on Walsall. Rochdale taking on Stevenage. My bad. Now these two sides, of course, this is over at Scotland. I played each other 3 times in 2004. 1 win for Rochdale, 2 wins for Stevenage, and 0 draws. Rochdale coming to this just 1 defeat the past 6 games, 58% form. Up against Stevenage, just 1 defeat past 5 games, 58% form for them at the moment as well. Last time I played each other over at Rochdale was a 5-1 win for Stevenage. That was back in League 1 back in January 2012. Rochdale picked up an 0 draw against Walsall. Last time around, Stevenage picked up a 1 win over Colchester. Look at the odds on this one. We have Rochdale 20-20 for the victory, 13-5 is your Stevenage, and 5-2 is your draw. A 2-0 win for Rochdale. This one at home, of course it is. No brainer. Next up, I have Salford. Of course, you don't know what you're going to get with Salford up against Bristol Rovers, and again, you don't know what you get with Bristol Rovers. Now, these two sides have never played each other. It'll be the first time, of course, play each other. Of course, but Salford comes to unbeaten last 4. Of course, GB's boys winning 3 and drawing 1 in the last 4, 58% form, of course. Up against Bristol Rovers, of course, Joe Barton's boys just 1 defeat at the past 6 games, 67% form for them right now. It's kind of like a Lancashire derby with GB from Rovers, and we've got Joey Barton from Burnley, of course, locking horns over in Salford. Now, these two sides, of course, coming into this one, Salford picked up a 2-0 win over Harrogate. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers picked up a 2-2 draw against Tranmere. Of course, the odds on this one, though, what do we have on the odds here? We have Salford coming at you, 11-10 on for the victory, 3-1 is your Bristol Rovers, of course, 5-2 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Salford, of course, on this one, and GB's boys are starting to slowly turn the chains. Next, of course, we have Scunthorpe United up against Leyton Orient High Flyers, of course, Leyton Orient up against Scunthorpe, who are rotated to the foot of the table. Now, these two sides played each other 20 times in 2003, 11 wins for Scunthorpe, 2 wins for Leyton Orient, and 7 draws. Of course, Scunthorpe now under the management of Keith Hill, of course, coming to just 1 win in 6 games for them up against Leyton Orient, unbeaten in the last 6. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 10 games. Looking very, very good at the moment. 83% form for them right now. Last time I played in Scunthorpe was a 2-0 win for Scunthorpe. Was back in December 2020. Yep, Scunthorpe did lose to Mansfield last round. Leyton Orient picked up a 4-1 win over Sutton, of course, last round. Look at the odds on this one. 10-3 is your Scunthorpe, 11-10 on is your Leyton Orient, 12-5 is your draw. 3-1 win for me for Leyton Orient on the road on this. Kicking on forward is Sutton United up against Mansfield Town. Now, these two sides played each other never. This will be the first time, of course, locking horns. Mansfield coming to this 83% form, winning 5 of them out, looking very, very good at the moment. Meanwhile, Sutton, of course, coming to this just 2 defeats, about 6 games, 67% form for them at the moment as well. Of course, Leyton Orient did beat Sutton, of course, 4-1 last round, and Mansfield picked up a 3-1 win over Scunthorpe last round, of course. Look at the situation in the table. Mansfield are, where are you, Mansfield? I'm trying to find you. Where are you? 17th. You're on the climb, of course. Sutton, you're on the wane right here, right now. But the odds on this one, I have Sutton 11-10 on for the victory, 10-3 is your Mansfield, 25 is your draw. Mansfield are, of course, one of the form teams in the division at the moment. Of course, they will pick up 2-2 draw. They will not lose this game, 2-2 in the end. Next up, of course, Swindon Town up against Hartlepool. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, now these two sides have played 18 times in 2003, 4 wins for Swindon, 5 wins for Hartlepool, and we've got 9 draws. Of course, Swindon coming to this just 1 defeat in the past 6 games, 83% form. Up against Hartlepool, just 1 win in the past 4 games, 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round at Swindon was a 1-1 draw back in February 2013. That was in League One. Newport County did lose to Swindon last round. Of course, Hartlepool did lose to Forest Green last round. Look at the odds on this one. We have Swindon coming out to 5-4 on for the victory, 13-5 draw, 7-2 is your away win. That's Hartlepool on this one. For me, though, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Swindon Bloody Town. Take, of course, the 3 points and, of course, keep the dream alive. Tranmere Rovers up against Bradford is the final game of League Two in, of course, the midweek games. Played 18 times since 1996, 6 wins for Tranmere, 8 wins for Bradford, and 4 draws. Biggest win for Tranmere, 3-0 win. The biggest other way was a 2-0 win. Of course, Tranmere coming to just 1 defeat, the last 4 games, 42% form for them right now. Up against Bradford City, who are unbeaten the last 6 games, so only picking up 2 wins, though. Of course, 67% form for them right now, as, of course, they grind away. Of course, last time around over in Tranmere was a 1-0 win for Bradford. That was back in December 2020. Of course, it was on Boxing Day. The home side hasn't won this game since Bradford beat Tranmere back in 2006, of course, and that was in League One. Of course, Tranmere did draw with Bristol Rovers last time around. Bradford did draw with Northampton Town. Look at the odds on this one: 11-8 on is your, of course, your Tranmere, 20-10 is your Bradford, and 11-5 is your draw. 1-1 draw for me, though, on this one. Of course, big point in the bag on the road for Bradford City. Of course, will continue their unbeaten run. Of course, hope to kick on maybe into the back end of this month of November, and maybe move to try and get back into those playoff spots. But that, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to get, of course, your predictions in using the code here, /League 2, to get in amongst it. But that, my friends, is just about that. Yeah, so be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. Of course, who else does predictions for League 2 in a bloody car? I do. So make sure you smash your subscribe and of course give the channel a bit of loving as well. And of course, be back again midweek, maybe Thursday for the next round of matches. So it will be Thanksgiving Day, so I'm going to try and squeeze in an hour of my day or so to get the predictions out for you on this one. But it might roll into Friday. I don't even know. But anyway, that's it for my friends. Be sure to give the video some love. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that one will be. Until then, guys, be safe out there, and I'm out.